We are on the Rick Steves Heart of Ireland tour, seeing some spectacular sights and learning a lot about this beautiful country. Welcome to Globetrotting Through Retirement. Today, we're going to meet some amazing people and see some of the incredible landscape of Kerry County along the Dingle Peninsula. This is our 28-mile loop as we head out to the westernmost coast of Ireland along the wild Atlantic Way on Slea Head Drive. We'll drop by some fascinating historic sites and then make our way back to Dingle for a once-in-a-lifetime experience. But first, we learn about one of the finest crafts of Ireland dating back to the 18th century. This is Dingle Crystal, family business dating back almost 30 years by Sean Hayes, a former apprentice at the birthplace of Crystal, Waterford. That is where Sean learned his craft, and today he mentors a team of custom glass cutters at one of the only places in Ireland that still hand-cut their crystal.
I started doing this when I was 15 years of age, and being a young child growing up in the city of Waterford, I love people admiring the crystal. I get great satisfaction when I see people come in, pick up a piece, and I like to be able to tell people about its handcrafted product, you know.
Sean has a shop on Green Street in town, or you can visit their workshop for a tour, and they have a very busy online business. Their hand-cut crystal is just stunning. Next, we start our journey on the breathtaking Slea Head Drive with our local guide, Tim Collins.
Now, this road was constructed around the time of the famine as a works project, 1845, 1850.
All that matters is the road ahead and the land around you. Every twist and turn reveals something spectacular. Following the narrow roads that hug the edge of Ireland's jagged cliffs, plunging into the Atlantic Ocean.
The shelter of Dingle Bay on the left hand, and now you're looking straight west into the Atlantic Ocean. This is our 5-way-1 without the trees.
Our motor coach pulls off in an observation area so that we can take some pictures. This is rugged farmland, perfect for goats and sheep, and where the first people of Western Ireland arrived.
On the beach down there on the left is where the archaeologists discovered early settlement of the peninsula. They were doing a dig on the beach there about 50 years ago, and they found evidence there of some pottery, bone, and some artifacts. So that there was one of the first entry points up to the peninsula, here about 1,000 years ago, when these early settlers came in from the continent of Europe. Now on the left side there are 6 islands, the Blasket Islands.
We enjoy hearing about the history of these people at the well-presented Visitor Center. This stunning mural greets you. The panel is composed of over 300 pieces of glass assembled to depict life on the island. It's really stunning. Walking through the gallery, we read more about the people of the Great Blasket Islands, home to a remote community dating back to the 1600s, with inhabitants living here until 1953. This island is very remote, and because of the harsh weather year-round, residents would be cut off from the mainland for months. It's truly extraordinary. Be sure to walk to the observation platform at the end of the trail. The views are stunning. If you're enjoying these videos, please subscribe and hit the like button. Next, we are on our way to the 7th century Valorous Oratory.
Mind your head swimming, guys, okay? If you reach your head there, you won't be twice.
Built from slanted dry stone without mortar and put together like a jigsaw puzzle. This is thought to be one of the first efforts to build stone churches in Ireland. Walking inside is like traveling through time to this sacred place, and once again, our local guide, Tim Collins, tells us more.
So this was the private church for the monks. This were for meditation or whatever services were done in the 8th century. The larger audience at that time were outside the door. So this was the inner sanctum, as it were.
This window has its own story. Legend has it that if a person can climb out of the window, it will result in the cleansing of his soul, although we don't recommend trying. If you want to find out more about these fascinating sites, go to my website and check out these videos that go a little deeper. Next, we'll experience the Sport of Kings. This is Kingdom Falconry, just steps outside the historic Milltown House guest house, nestled on the stunning shores of Dingle Harbor. Here we see the keen tracking skills. These training methods haven't changed in centuries, and for us, it was a way to get our hawk, Gus, tired for the upcoming photo op.
So she's just gonna let him do a little knock into it, and then he knows, I've got the lure, I've got my meal. But you know, Gus here, he is amazing.
Everyone on the Rick Steves tour had an opportunity to glove the hawk, and it was definitely a thrill. Awesome! Shauna is our falconeer, and I asked her how she got into it.
Well, you see, actually, before starting here, I had no interest in birds of prey. I was going to be a dog groomer, and then I just started volunteering. Got a tad bit too obsessed, and now I'm just in charge at this point almost. I like just being outside. I didn't actually take myself as an outdoor person, but just being outside with the birds is probably my favorite thing to do, really.
And we can understand why. Lucky for us, it's a short walk back to our rooms, and in our case, these adorable cottages of the Milltown House guest house. They're truly delightful, with incredible views of Dingle Harbor. We were lucky enough to have a couple of meals here and a concert featuring local traditional music. Coming up on day 4 of our Rick Steves Heart of Ireland tour, we travel to Adair and walk around this picture postcard typical Irish town. Next, we'll explore the roots of Christianity in Ireland at the Rock of Cashel. And finally, we'll spend some time admiring the lavishness and spectacle of Kilkenny Castle. It's all as we continue on the Rick Steves Heart of Ireland tour, globetrotting through retirement.